Hello, Neve. It's nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Letty. It's nice to see you too.
Right, so I have a surprise for you today. We're going to start a book,
Wow,
and you know nothing
nice.
about it. So it's everything is a surprise. I think it's a good exercise to do things with a surprise and not prepare it too much. And then it's like natural life, no real life. Right.
Yes,
So I would like to remind our viewers if they like what they do, they should click on the like button. And also, if possible, they could talk to their friends about us and then subscribe to our channel because the more the merrier. Okay, so let's see what the book is about. Now, can you see a picture on your screen?
yes, I do. I can't see.
Right,
Uh,
so this is a description really of the story. So what objects can you see here? It's the cover of the book. So
okay, I can see money, pounds, a knife, a bottle of pills, I think,
yeah,
and a red rose.
right. So we can see money. Now this knife, as you call it, is a dagger, I
It's
think,
a
because
dagger.
it's very short and maybe more for committing a murder, no? A dagger.
Yeah.
A knife could be more of another kind, and a sword would even be bigger. And also, we can see tablets and a red rose. So, a red rose, do you know what it symbolizes? A red rose? If you think of a red rose, what do you think of?
I think about love.
Right. So, the love is the symbol of the red rose. The dagger, something to do with
With
murder, we
murder.
support. And money, because that's always the cause of a lot of problems. Right. So if you would be so kind to start to read, let's find out about the author. Off you
Uh,
go.
Rowena Akinyemi is British, and after many years in Africa, she now lives and works in Cambridge. She has worked in England language teaching for 20 years in Africa and England, and has been writing ELT fiction for 10 years. Love or Money was her first story for the Oxford Bookworms Library, and she has now written several other stories for the series, including Remember Miranda and The Witches of Pendle, both at stage one. She has also written books for children. One of her favorite pastimes is reading detective stories.
Right. So ELT is English as a second language. And she belongs to the Oxford editorial where they write books. Now, stage one means beginners, which we always do. And they go up to level 6. And each time the vocabulary gets more complex, the words, there are more of them in the book. And this is to help the English learners go from 1 to 6 gradually. So she likes reading detective stories in her pastime. Now, here we have some words. I think the majority of them are easy. So we'll only choose a few of them to talk about, okay? Aunt, the sister of your father or mother or the wife of your uncle. Build, to make a house or a building. Club, a number of people who meet because they're interested in the same thing. Example, a tennis club. Cup, a thing to put drinks in empty without nothing in it. Farm, land and buildings where people grow things to eat and keep animals for food. Find out, to ask questions and learn about something. Inspector, an important policeman or woman. Job, when you work or get money for it, you have a job. Kitchen, a room where people make breakfast, dinner, etc. So you can read the next column. Okay, Nevis?
Land, Ground, no water, sea, rivers, lie. To say something that is not true. I just need to move. Yeah, murder, killing somebody, not in an accident. Murderer, somebody who murders. Police, people who look for bad people. Ring, past tense, rang, to make a sound like a bell. Telephone rings. Sell, to give something to someone and they give you money for it. Sergeant, a policeman or policewoman. Tablet, a doctor gives you tablets to eat and you feel better. Trouble, something bad or difficult or unhappy. Uncle, the brother of your mother or father or the husband of your aunt. Wine, a cold drink made from grapes.
Right, and this one, murderer, right? The murderer is the person who commits the murder, okay? So here we see another picture of the cover of the book. And as we can see here, there is a big house and quite a few characters who are going to appear in the story. So maybe our viewers could take note of some relative important information about each person, because let's see what kind of book it is, Nevis. Off you go.
Love or money? Are you a good detective? Yes. If you are, then you must find the killer before Inspector Walls. Inspector Walls is a police detective. He works slowly but very carefully. Are you quicker? What does a detective do? A detective looks for clues. A clue is something big or small that tells you who the killer is. Clues are not easy to find, but there are many clues in this story. Some clues are good, they help you. Other clues are bad, they stop you finding the killer. You must read carefully or you will miss the clues. But remember, you must not believe everything that people say. The killer would obviously lie. Perhaps other people will also lie for different reasons, and perhaps they want someone to die. But who wants and kills? Can you find the killer?
So, like in real life, we shouldn't believe everything that people say. And obviously, the killer is going to lie. So we have to be careful of that. They're not going to tell the truth, are they? So we can't do it. So this is chapter 1, love or money. Right, okay, here we go. The Clarkson family lived in the country near Cambridge, about half a mile from the nearest village and about a mile from the river. They had a big old house with a beautiful garden, a lot of flowers, and many old trees. One Thursday morning in July, Jackie came in from the garden. She was a tall, fat woman, 30 years old. It was the hottest day of the year, but she wore a warm brown skirt and yellow shirt. She went into the kitchen to get a drink of water. Just then, the phone rang. Cambridge 1379, Jackie said. Now, it's very important, I think, in a detective story that we take note of all the descriptions that they give. Excuse me. So she's tall, fat, 30 years old, and she sounds quite serious or formal because of the way she dresses, no? Another thing, this is set in about the 50s, 60s, and when we answered the phone before, we would always say the telephone number before saying hello. So this was a way in England of answering the phone at that time. Right.
Hello, this is Diana. I want to talk to Mother. Mother isn't here, Jackie said. She is at the doctor's. Why? What is wrong? Nothing's wrong, Jackie said. Why are you telephoning? You are going to camp this weekend? Mother wants everyone to be here. Yes, I want to come, Diane said. I'm phoning because I have no money for the train ticket. No money? Mother is always giving you money. This phone call is very expensive, Diana said coldly. Tell Mother, please, I need the money. Jackie put the phone down. She took a cigarette from her bag and began to smoke. She felt angry because her sister always asked for money. Diane was 20 years old, the youngest in the family. She lived in London in one room of a big house. She wanted to be a singer. She sang very well, but she could never get work. Jackie went back into the kitchen and began to make some sandwiches. Just then the back door opened and her mother came in. It's very hot, Molly said. She took off her hat and put it down on the table. She was a tall, dark woman with beautiful eyes. Two big black dogs came into the kitchen after her and ran across to her. She sat down and put her hands under her.
So now we have met two other characters. Molly, who is the mother, and they describe her as a very tall, beautiful woman, and Diana, who is the younger sister. And she's always asking for money. So this annoys Jackie a lot. And Jackie, I think, is the elder sister, no? So there is quite a bit of rivalry there between Jackie and Diana. So here we see a picture. And this picture gives us a good idea of what Jackie is like. So can you imagine? She has a mother who's beautiful, tall, slender, and the way she is born, maybe she takes after her father. We don't know yet. So they're very different physically and maybe personality-wise as well. We will see. Right. Jackie put the sandwiches on the table. Mother, she said, Diana phoned. She wants money for her train ticket. Molly closed her eyes for a minute. Then she stood up. This afternoon, I want you to get the house ready for the weekend, she said. Oh, and please go to the village later and get my tablets. Yes, Mother, Jackie said. Molly went to the door. Mother, please wait a minute, Jackie said. Peter Hobbs came here this morning. He's very angry with you about the letter. He lost his job, you know. Why did you write to his office? He wants to talk to you about it. Now, in a storybook, they start to present the characters one by one, and there's a lot of people in this first chapter who we are meeting for the first time.
Well, I don't want to talk to him, Molly said. She opened the door, but Mother, you don't understand. He is 17 and it was his first job. He is very, very angry. He says he's going to kill you. Molly did not answer. She went out to the room and closed the door.
So I think that Molly has a very strong personality. So that is the end of chapter 1. So how do you feel?
Oh, nice.
It's quite
like
exciting, yeah?
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen. So let's say goodbye.
Stop reading.
We're all excited what's going to happen in the next chapter. So we're going to say goodbye to our viewers and we will read the next chapter next time. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.